I hope that all of you are having a really good morning so far. I know this is a big move for a lot of you. Some of you may have been here last year if you were a sixth grader here and you're now in seventh grade, but most of you are brand new to Bell. So I really hope that you're feeling warm and welcome, and I know it's still nerve-wracking, but we really want you to feel welcome here. So, and hopefully you've had some fun and you toured the school and you've been doing some fun activities. I'm here to talk to you about something that's a little more serious. So I need you guys to put on your serious thinking caps and listen very, very carefully, okay? Because this is important. We'll talk about some procedures that you're going to be going through as students here at Bell. We'll also talk about some things that might get you in trouble, which I believe in being proactive and not getting in trouble. So we'll go through some of that. This is our official conduct code meeting. So even those people who may not be here today are going to get a special presentation because everybody has to see this presentation even if they're absent. So here we go. All right. We'll talk a little bit about how we use the building and how we work as a community, taking care of our community and taking care of each other. We'll also talk a little bit about breakfast and lunch and what that procedure looks like, because that's important, right? And then we'll talk about the conduct code. Okay, school opens at 7:15 in the morning. If at all possible, we ask that you not get here much before 7:15. That's when the building opens. But if you get here before 7:15, you'll be sitting outside until the building opens. You will enter through the front doors, and then 8th graders are going to enter through another location. So you guys will be entering through the front doors, okay? And you guys can kind of see, I don't know if you can see the graphic, but the 6th and 7th graders, most of the 6th and 7th graders will be going in through the front main entrance, just like you guys did today. But some 7th graders, depending on where the locker is, will be coming through the side door over there with the 8th graders. So you'll kind of figure that out once you figure out your lockers and so on and so forth. If you are late or absent, okay, your parent must call to excuse you by 3 o'clock the next day. Here, this is important because it can land you in truancy court. It can land you actually in the court system, not school system, the actual court system. So this is important that if you are absent, your parents need to call in and say, hey, my kiddo's absent, was sick, etc., whatever it might be. And they have until 3 o'clock the next day. So if you're absent today, your parents will have until 3 o'clock tomorrow to call in and get that excused. After 3 unexcused absences, I'm skipping ahead, so I'm not going to skip ahead just yet. Locker access before school. So you're going to be able to access your lockers basically 3 times throughout the day, and that's it. You will not be able to access your lockers in between class periods. So in the mornings, you guys are going to, depending on if you have A, B, or C lunch, you guys are going to need to get all of your supplies for periods 1, 2, 3, and if you have A lunch, you will go straight to lunch. So you'll need your books for periods 1, 2, and 3, and then you'll be able to go by your locker, drop your stuff off, go to lunch, come back in, go to your locker, get your books for periods 4, 5, and 6. Okay. If you have B lunch, you're going to need when you walk in the door and you come in the first thing in the morning, you need to get your books and your supplies and everything you need for periods 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and that's true if you have B or C lunch. So you'll have to get your books for all 4 periods. Go to your classes right before lunch. You can, if you're in B lunch, you're going to leave your stuff in your classes. Go to lunch. Go back to 4th period after lunch. If you're in C lunch, you're going to stop by your locker, drop your stuff off for periods 1 through 4, go to lunch, and then after lunch, get your stuff for periods 5 and 6, okay? So there's only 3 opportunities throughout the day to go by your locker, okay? The other piece about this is last year, as you guys all know, I'm new here, but there was a whole committee that came up with a policy around cell phones. And so you cannot have your cell phones in the classrooms at all this year. So your cell phones need to be locked up in your locker all day long, okay? There were parents involved in this decision. Lots of different committees made this decision. So even when you stop by your locker at lunchtime, you need to keep your cell phone in your locker at all times during class. If your parents need to get a hold of you for any reason, they are being instructed to call the office and we will get a message to you, okay?
What if we're in a lockdown and we need to text them?
Nope. Sorry. Okay, we'll take care of all of that. Lockdown situations, we will be taking care of you, okay? Let's see, I want to make sure I got all that. If you're in the halls for any reason, other than during passing period, you need to have a pass, and your school planner is your pass. So your teachers will sign it. If you need to go to the bathroom or whatever it is, you have to have a pass. So your school planner is really important here at Bell. You're going to be receiving that, I believe, tomorrow during first period. So you need to have that planner with you. And that is your pass, but you have to be signed out, okay?
If you don't want to use the school planner and you have a phone, can you use the old?
No, you need to use the Bell planner. Great question, thank you. All right, make sure I got everything. All right. Breakfast and lunch. So, breakfast, we do serve breakfast here at Bell. It starts at 6:50 in the morning. This is going to be, those 7th graders who were here last year and participated, or 7th graders who were here last year as 6th graders and participated or ate lunch or ate breakfast in the mornings. This is a bit of a change. So we're open, cafeteria's open, you go in through the back, so that's not different. Go in through the back if you want to eat breakfast in the cafeteria. You have to be here by 7:15 to get breakfast. If there's a late bus or something, we will accommodate that. But you have to be here by 7:15 to get breakfast otherwise. And because we are going to be clearing the cafeteria out at 7:20. It will be absolutely cleared out because we need to get you in class by 7:25. Okay? No tardies during first period because of breakfast. Okay, so please, 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 if you're here at 7:15, you can grab some breakfast really quickly. We can get you out of there by 7:20. I know the mornings can be a little hectic, but at the same time, we definitely want you to eat. If breakfast is $2.10. If you're on free or reduced lunch, then it is free. So, if you need to be here by 7:15, okay? Lunch is $3.55. If you're eating lunch here, have your parents. Best way, easiest way is to just upload right on MealPay. They've got access to that through Jeffco Connect. Otherwise, you can also bring cash in, and they'll upload that money into your account, so you can use cash as well. Reduced lunch is 40 cents. Lunch A goes from 10:48 to 11:21. Lunch B is 11:18 to 11:51, and lunch C is 11:49 to 12:22. So again, if you've got B lunch, lunch will split your 4th period. So your 4th period teacher will go through all that with you, and you'll know what lunch you have soon. Here are the cafeteria expectations. So you'll line up, you'll catch on to this really quickly, okay? It's pretty simple. You'll line up to get hot lunch. Please no cutting in line, no saving spots for friends, etc., etc. Just line up. It'll get us all through faster, and you'll be able to sit down with your friends faster that way. So no cutting through lunch lines. 3 students at the counter at a time, no more than that. No crowding, please. You'll be dismissed by raising your hands after your area is clean. So once you go sit down and eat your lunch, you can raise your hand and you'll be dismissed. We don't let you dismiss 1 minute into lunch, okay? So you can't just walk in, sit down, and raise your hand because you want to go out for recess. You have to be in there for about 10 minutes. So after about 10 minutes, you can start raising your hand. And the reason for that, you guys, is because you need to eat. So please eat. Your bodies need that, your brains need that, so you can make it through the rest of the day, all right? So, and then you can raise your hand as soon as your area is clean, you will be dismissed to go to recess. Food and drink must be eaten in the cafeteria, okay? Because we are trying to keep our school clean and we need your help. There are a lot of you. So the more you guys can help and keep your area clean and the cafeteria clean and the school clean, the nicer facility we're going to have, which we want to be in a nice facility. And use only your money and eat only your own food, okay? Only your money and only your own food, so please don't be exchanging food. And I'm sure you guys have all heard this through elementary school, because those of you who know me and have seen this presentation before or something similar to it, you don't know what your friend's allergies are. And you guys, we could really be in a serious situation. So please, 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 only eat your own food. Quick question. Share table? Is there a share table here? There's a share table apparently. I did not know that. So I'll be very honest. Our food services people really shy away from that because of food allergies. So I'll have to look into that a little bit further. But thank you for bringing it up. Expectations outside. We're going to take questions later, guys, so we can get through this, and then, so try to think if you can remember those questions. We'll take them later. Do not go outside the boundaries. They're all marked by yellow lines. We have got a huge, huge facility, but for recess, there are areas that are marked by the yellow lines. Please stay within those boundaries. There will be lots of adults out there to try and help you out, to remember what some of those rules are. Also, do not go beyond the basketball courts, which is the track, beyond the line on the field, or past the 4 square courts. There's plenty of space for everybody to be out there and enjoying themselves, even within those boundaries. You have to be away from the building and the classrooms, because as you know, there's 3 different lunches, and there are classes going on all throughout your lunch. So we want to be respectful of the kids that are inside and still learning. No climbing on the railing, please. We'll have people out there helping you remember this stuff, but no climbing on the railing. 1 person per swing. These are rules that you guys all know from elementary school, so this shouldn't sound any different. 1 person per swing, no pushing friends or swings, or jumping off, okay? So no pushing friends on the swings. You guys know how to swing. You're old enough now. And no jumping off of the swings, okay? Again, we're just trying to prevent injuries. And if you check out a ball, you're responsible for bringing it back. You have to have your ID with you to check out equipment, okay? So you must have your ID with you. If you check it out, please make sure you bring it back, okay? You will be getting your IDs, I think, with picture day, which is August 30th, if I remember correctly. After lunch, you will be lining up to go inside, and you will line up and go inside at the door that is closest to your locker. So you guys will figure that out. The very first couple of days will be sort of scrambling, but after a day or two, you guys will know exactly where you need to go in, how you need to go in, and so on and so forth. So just be patient, and there'll be people out there helping you out figure that stuff out, but it won't take long. If you're interested in sports, we have the middle school sports program. There are a variety of different opportunities to do some after-school sports. We partner up with another organization to offer this to you guys. These are the kinds of things that are offered. This may not be an exhaustive list though, so there might be other things that are offered. It changes from year to year. So cross country, flag football, cheerleading, volleyball, they're all after school, so you would have to come up with another way of getting home if you're on the bus, so you can make those arrangements. Information was at back to school night, but we also have more information on our website about the after school sports program. I really encourage you guys to consider that if you aren't already involved in something after school. We also have other clubs that you'll learn about from your teachers that you guys can become involved with, like the mountain biking club, and there's girls in STEM, there's an Interact club. So there's a lot of clubs, but we'll be getting into that a little bit further later, okay, with some of your teachers. School is over at 2:10. This is important, okay? So school's over at 2:10 unless you are meeting with a teacher, which that's a very good possibility, or you're in a club. You have to be off school grounds by 2:20.